The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He makes I lie down upon green pastures, me cup runneth over. Even though I man walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. And I give thanks and I says unto your name, King of kings and Lord of lords, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, Amasa Yahuda, Amasa Negusta Negusti Danielam, Komaya Sataya, Rastamana Pio Aya. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and my name Blakk Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And whenever the black pot sits on the fire, we know there is something sumptuous cooking. Now, today, what do we have cooking in the black pot? So many different things, so sumptuous. I'm just praying for power and energy to be able to deliver. This is the black pot, aka Kukushonemo. And I'm beginning with something that I've titled Dual Citizenship and Switching Citizenship. My brother, my sister, there are two different things. Dual citizenship is when you become a citizen to two different countries. Now, switching citizenship is when you are a citizen of one country, you decide to renounce it and become a citizen of another. This is the black pot. Now, the coach of the Black Stars is called Otuado. He was born in Germany, right? And he has Ghanaian parents. My brother, my sister, as a little boy, he was running around an area in Accra called Bubuashi. And when he won a place into the World Cup, he was so happy. He returned to his neighborhood of childhood. Yes, his childhood neighborhood, to be able to bring to them the good news. My brother, my sister, Otuado is the guy who is taking us to the World Cup right now. So many different coaches have failed. Many of us were so happy that at least we have an African coach, better still a Ghanaian coach, to handle the Ghanaian side. Even though he was born in Germany, it looks like he has a heart that beats for Ghana. My brother, my sister, he did not take the good news to any other place but his childhood neighborhood. To shake hands with the people and tell the people, listen, one of your own is here. Be inspired by this feat so you can rise. Could you call this patriotism? Remember, he's an assistant coach of Borussia Dortmund. Yes, Borussia Dortmund. That is where he's plying his trade as an assistant coach. Now the president of Ghana says, hey, we are going to kidnap you and make sure that you remain with us. Is it going to come with an additional pay? Now, in the past, when we hear about coaches in Ghana, we are talking about hefty sums of money doled out to these coaches. But with Otuado, we haven't heard too much about these so-called hefty sums and some other such shenanigans. But the guy seems to be doing the work. Many were those who doubted him. But now, he's been able to get us a ticket into the World Cup. And Ghanaians are so happy. Nigerians are crying and even destroying the MKO Stadium. My brother, my sister, FIFA and CAF are going to be punishing Nigeria. But that is not what I'm talking about today. I am talking about dual citizenship and switching citizenship. Having talked about Otuado, is he a Ghanaian and a German at the same time? Or he's German or Ghanaian? What really is he? My brother, my sister, let's look at something interesting. Now in Ghana, Dual citizenship is allowed. You can be a citizen of two nations. You are okay. Remember, my brother, my sister, that the Constitution of Ghana frowns on the fact that you cannot be an MP, a member of parliament, or even hold public office if you own a dual citizenship. My brother, my sister. So if you are a citizen of Ghana and another country, you cannot hold a public position in Ghana. Remember, my brother, my sister, the story of Adamu Sakande. Now, he was the MP for Boku. Yes, Boku Central, he was the MP. Adamu Dramani Sakande, that's him. Now, he did not take the loss of Ghana serious. He ran for an office in Ghana, and then he won and became an MP for Boku Central. Now, the news came out that he held a dual citizenship. It went to court, and Adamu Dramani Sakande found himself at the wrong side of the law. He was jailed. Now, whilst he was in jail, he suffered some sicknesses and some health conditions. Many Ghanaians came out to plead for clemency for this man. At the end of the day, my brother, my sister, when he had the opportunity to leave this country, he died in a hospital right there in England. Yes, Boku Central MP Adamu Sakande, convicted, jailed for 2 years. Right after that, he went to England, where he ended up saying bye-bye to us. What a sad story. Now, in recent times, there's another MP who is said to have dual citizenship. And that is Joseph Jachi. Oh my God, have mercy. And he is also an MP. And that's him. Now his case has become so significant, especially that we have a hung parliament right now. There's another one for Jomoro. She is also said to be holding a dual citizenship. Oh my God. And the two of them are in a big tango. Dual citizenship case appeals. Court dismisses applications by Jomoro, Asina, North MPs. What really is happening? What really is happening? Dual citizenship case. Appeals court dismisses applications by Jomoro, Asin North MPs. Oh my God, have mercy. My brother, my sister, hear me now. Now, why is it so significant that you cannot run for a public office in Ghana if you hold dual citizenship? It's very simple. My brother, you cannot serve two masters at the same time. Now, if you become the citizenship of a country, you owe allegiance to the country in total, 100%. Now, every country has its own laws. And by saying you are the citizen of one country, you are supposed to say this country first. In other words, if you are the citizen of country A comes first. Now, if you are a citizen of two different countries, A and B, and they both say A first, B first, which one are you going to choose first? My brother, my sister, dual citizenship is nothing but demonic. How can you be a citizen of one country and at the same time be a citizen for another country and serve the two countries? You must be a hypocrite. Especially that we live in a country where patriotism is always slapping our cringing brows. Hear me now, brethren. Hey, listen. Now, if you are the citizen of Ghana, you would understand what I mean by the problem of patriotism. We have attitudinal problems. Now, in this country, we spend so much money to train doctors. Yet when we are sick, we run to England, America, and some other places for health care. Now, in this country, we have a way of swindling each other and stealing from government coffers. Now, we mess up the country, and when the country is aflame, we run to the next country where we hold a dual citizenship in. My brother, my sister, this is very evident of Ghanaians and so many other Africans. Now, I do not support dual citizenship. You know why? Because as Africans, especially Ghanaians, it only gives us the leeway. It gives us the chance to be unpatriotic to our countries of birth. Now, if you are Ghanaian and you want to hold dual citizenship, it's better you renounce your Ghanaian citizenship and go be a citizen for some other country. That is your cup of tea. But you cannot have one leg in Ghana and one leg in Canada like Joseph Jachi, the MP, like Adamu Dramani, an MP for Ghana who held a dual citizenship in both Ghana and England. Now Joseph Jachi, Canada and Ghana. Look, we have patriotism problems in this country. We have a country that is ready to betray it any moment. Let a ship come down from Canada right now and say, hey, we want Ghanaians who are ready to renounce Ghanaian citizenship and will come to Canada where we'll accept them. Ghana will be empty. The president will be the first man to join that ship. My brother, my sister, even witches and wizards will leave this country and run all the way to Canada. How did they succeed to make Canada and America and England the countries that they are today? Patriotism. Hardly would you see an American who would get out of his way and say that, hey, I hate America so much so that I don't want to be the citizen of America. I want to be the citizen of Afghanistan, or citizen of Ghana or Kenya or Togo. It's very difficult. But with us, it's so easy for us to switch and twist. My brother, my sister, Adamu Dramani Sakande went to jail for holding 2 citizenships and becoming a public office holder right here in Ghana. Joseph Jachi's case is still in court. And many more, my brother, my sister, are on the way coming. Now Joseph Jachi Kwesen is still fighting his case in court. And only God knows what would happen. Now in the days of the NPP, Adamu Dramani Sakande, in fact, when he was going to be thrown into jail, they were all crying because he was a member of the NPP. But the NDC was in power. He went to jail easily, lost his MPship position, and finally ended up in jail, and he died in England. Now the NPP is in power. And this is an NDC MP. And I'm talking about Jachi Kwesen. What is going to happen? Should we look at our laws again? Or should we hold on to the fact that dual citizenship holders will not become office holders in this country? What's my personal opinion? Yes. If you hold a dual citizenship, you have no right, my brother, my sister, to hold a position in this country. And if I could even go further, I will say dual citizenship in this country is not even allowed. It should be abolished. You could have residential status in as many countries as you want. But citizenship, my brother, is a birthright. You cannot share citizenship. How many of you agree with me? Corrupt Nigerian leaders, corrupt Ghanaian leaders, corrupt African leaders, in fact, use the dual citizenship as a back way for their corruption. They steal from Africa, take it to the next country where they own a citizenship, so that anytime they hear "pa" in Africa, they run helter-skelter to this other country where there's already a certain level of serenity and peace, and stay there and blow their wealth. Enough of that. The foolishness must stop. The idiocy must stop. No dual citizenship in Africa anymore. And I think that it should begin with Ghana right now. Is hypocrisy. Why did Nkrumah not have dual citizenship? Nnamdi Azikiwe, Shaka the Zulu, they were proud sons of Africa who stood firm. Look, Nkrumah had the opportunity to be a Russian. He had the opportunity to have a citizenship of England and even America. But he stood with his Ghanaian citizenship even till death. When Nkrumah was being hunted down, he did not run to America. Neither did he run to England. You know what he did? He went all the way to another African country. Which African country was that? Guinea. Mali wanted him, he didn't go. Some other countries in Africa wanted him, he didn't go. He went to Guinea. And over there, Sekou Touré even wanted to make him a co-president, which he denied and said, I will just take it for the love of the people. But actively, you are the president of the people. I will stay backyard and help direct a few things. So it's an honorary presidential position. How many people would behave like Nkrumah in these times? How many people would behave like Nnamdi Azikiwe in these times? How many people would behave like Shaka Zulu in these times? How many people would behave like the great Kunta Kinte? Nowhere in the world is as sweet as Africa. Yet our leaders have turned it into hell so they can run to their heavens in their dual citizenship. Fire burn them. My brother, my sister, dual citizenship, switching citizenship is demonic. You know why? Especially that it cuts down on patriotism. And Ghana just won a place for the World Cup, right? Some players refused or decided not to be very decisive. Did you hear that? They decided not to be decisive. In other words, there was a level of ambiguity in the maze of their decision to join the Ghana Black Stars. All of a sudden, the Ghana Black Stars are going to the World Cup. Nigeria is crying. South Africa is running diarrhea, especially that they were trounced and walloped by France, hands down. Hey! Now those players who did not want to be part of Ghana are running to Ghana and saying they want to play for Ghana. They want to play for who? They want to play for who? And look at the players who want to come here. Hudson Odoi and Tariq Lamptey. Were these not the same people who did not want to play for Ghana in some way? Remember when Alhaji Gruza came out and said, one Ghanaian player had insulted him and said, if I was your son, would you insist that I play for the demonic Black Stars? And he was so angry, he said he would not follow that case again. Now, if you know who Alhaji Gruza is, he is not only the CEO and the boss of King Faisal. He is an opinion leader in the Zongos. They respect him the way they respect Otunfuo in Kumasi and some other places in the Ashanti region. Alhaji Gruza is revered in the Zongos of Kumasi and beyond. So for Alhaji Gruza to follow as Zongo player and plead with him to come and play for the Black Stars, and he turns him down and insults him, for him, it's a scratch on his ego. My brother, my sister, now it looks like the way is clear. And so many other people want to come. You know what my opinion is? Let them stay wherever they are. Let them not switch any nationality. They should stay there. We are not looking for the best players. We are looking for patriotic players who can be the best. Guy. Somebody won't understand this until he drinks cocoa tomorrow morning. Somebody won't understand. I'm saying, we are not looking for the best players to win the World Cup for us. We are looking for patriotic players who can be the best. Hallelujah. With time. My brother, my sister, dual citizenship. Kill it. I burn it and I set fire on it. Switching citizenship. Well, what is your reason for switching citizenship? What is your reason for switching citizenship? Let me know your reason, and it could be considered depending on how authentic it is. My brother, my sister, do not switch your citizenship all because you find a pot of gold resting on the other side. So it's an opportunity to go loot it. I leave it here, my brother, my sister. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunomo, where we speak truth to power. And remember, this is Ghana. Remember, this is Ghana. And in Ghana, our biggest problem is patriotism. We claim we are Ghanaians, yet we kill Ghana every second with our corruption, stealing, tribalism, foolishness, and so on and so forth. Sometimes I look into the atmosphere and look into the face of God and I say, Father, when would our people learn a lesson of patriotism? With every passing day, we lose members to corruption. With every passing day, we seem to be dying because we have relegated our motherland, our fatherland, depending on whether you are in Nigeria or Ghana, to corruption and foolishness. Well, my name is Blakk Rasta, and of course, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Now, my brother, my sister, the next thing I want to look at is very simple. It says, family and friends chop chop. Family and friends chop chop. And I'm so sad. When the NDC was in power, Nana Akufo-Addo was heard screaming on top of his head that this was a corrupt government that was doing family and friends. All government contracts were going to the president's brother. And we all decried this situation. When Nana Akufo-Addo came into power, he became the worst nepotistic president we have had in this country. Now, when you look at the history of Nana Akufo-Addo, his grandfather, great-grandfather from Achim, in fact, they were tagged with nepotism. Don't believe me? A simple Google search or Yahoo search will take you there. My brother, my sister, now the king in his days made sure that nepotism was the order of the day. Achims should marry other Achims. If any Achim would marry outside Achim, then he should be a rich person or somebody very influential. Right? 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 Even when there were opportunities for people to study outside the country, he relegated everything to Achims. I don't want to go too much into that history because I've told it over and over and over and over. But hear me now. Nana Akufo-Addo became president. And it's all about family and friends, right? We are all crying, family and friends. We don't like it, we hate it. Hey, left, right, and center. Now, former President John Dramani Mahama made a trip all the way to America. In fact, he went all the way to Boston, in Massachusetts, we were told. And he met with some members of his party. News keeps coming out every now and then. Now, his own youth organizer, his name is George Opariado, spoke at the meeting. And what he said is nauseous. What he said is terrible. My brother, my sister, let's take a listen. And right after that, we will analyze exactly what he said. Hear me now.
Go on, Skipper George.
Black Pot, Coco show them.
The NDC because the MPP have shown us the way boss. When we win, the way we go, man, in terms of appointment. We are not going to change anything. Our people will also benefit. Monkino will work and make Babu go job. Thank you. Thank you very much. In your bar now, because I'm saying, and you can't go abasu. I will do my way. And let me say that me na me apostle for no contribution, no job. I know the Mr. President this our office no. I'm me. Say me na met nasi na mahe. What we have done, NDC, is that when we are in power, we think about Ghana too much and forget about ourselves. So
Go on, Skipper George.
Black Pot, Coco show them.
Did you just hear that? Did you just hear that? When we were in power, we thought about Ghana too much, more than ourselves. Youth organizer of the National Democratic Congress, Mr. President could not stand up to tell him, listen, Ghana first. He said, let us learn from the NPP, the family and friends chop chop. When you get back into power, let us all be ready to loot the nation so that we, the cronies, would enjoy and forget about thinking about Ghana too much. You remember I told you some time ago that I was privy to a conversation where President Mahama, during the first election that he lost to Nana Akufo-Addo, he was supposed to use so much money to campaign just like all other people do. But he decided to spend the money building bridges and so many other such things. And when he was asked, I heard him say that, look, let us just do the work. Posterity will judge us according to our deeds. My brother, my sister, when he was leaving office, what did he say? He said, hey, as I am leaving office, Ghanaians will soon see the works that we have done. And I think he's been exonerated. So much work he did, built hospitals, built schools. He was so corrupt. We all know that, right? Mahama was utterly corrupt. But as I keep saying, the corruption of Mahama is only a baby as compared to the grandfather corruption of Nana Akufo-Addo. He has brought his family and friends in to loot the nation. And now, my brother, my sister, this blockheaded American living, who knows if he has dual citizenship, George Opariado, is telling Mahama, hey, let us all take advice from the NPP. Let us all do the family and friends chop chop. We thought about Ghana too much. Now it is time to think about ourselves. My brother, my sister, I am so disappointed that the president did not tell him, or we are not privy to that conversation yet. My brother, my sister, where he would have shut his own youth leader down to let him know that, listen, my brother, it is not about us. It's about Ghana. My brother, my sister, did you hear that? Did you hear that? We thought about Ghana too much. This is a guy who is living in America. You see why I was talking about dual citizenship? They mess up the country. Can you make this speech in America? On the campaign trail, a fool like this guy will say that we are thinking about America too much. Let's think about ourselves, family and friends. Learn from the corruption of Nana Akufo-Addo and let's blow the money. You're a fool. And this guy is supposed to be a lawyer. This is a guy other lawyers call my learned friend. My learned friend, my foot. What is happening? You see, when we think we are having enough of the Nana Akufo-Addo buffoonery and corruption, another one is in the offing. You want to hear it again? When we think that we have had enough of the Nana Akufo-Addo buffoonery and corruption, another one is in the offing. Mama, you have sat home for a long time. You know what it is that Ghanaians want. Ghanaians are beginning to miss you because Nana Addo has become the demon of the generation. And you allow nitwits and blockheaded idiots like this who don't even find Ghana comfortable until their parties are in power so they can come and do party cronies, families and friends. Cronyism is what is killing us in this so-called party situation. When I heard it, I broke down. We are crying that young men should take over the reins of this country. But my brother, my sister, if this is the crop of young men we're going to have taking over our country, I beg to differ. We have a long way to go. Nigerians see Ghana as heaven. P Squared, Paul of P Squared, they call him rude boy, just said that Ghana is a place for holiday. They have good universities, good roads, good power. Hey, in Ghana, before the power goes off, they will announce it all over. We're going to be going off for this period of time. In Nigeria, that is supposed to be what? Luxury. Luxury information that the power would go off. In Nigeria, the power goes on and off like the traffic lights. In Nigeria, traffic lights are even, in fact, off. So you see boys standing on the street driving traffic so they can see which cars are rich so they can rob from them and all that. My brother, my sister, it's really unfortunate that we still have idiots and fools who are hoping to get into power. President Mahama, I look forward to hearing you denounce and renounce what this idiot fool has said, or else your presidency is at stake. Why that? You sat right there, heard him. I saw you nodding, like an agama lizard on heat. We need you to come out. Look, this crop of the youth, we are looking for patriotic youth. That's what Nkrumah stood for. The young pioneers were supposed to be very nationalistic and very patriotic. Not idiots who say you are thinking about Ghana too much. What should you think about? Sex? Doggy style? Or what? Man on top? Missionary? Are you supposed to think about agama lizards and cockroaches? You are brought here to think about Ghana. Even dumb presidents like President Trump said America first, and he stood for that. And you say we are thinking about Ghana too much. Let's think about ourselves. Oh gosh. Sometimes I want to hold back my anger, but it's impossible. To God be the glory. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunomo. But I have a quote for the people concerning this. Boy, Skipper George.
Go on, Skipper George.
Blakk Pot, Coco Show, man.
Go on, Skipper.
To God be the glory. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunomo. Now the next thing I want to look at is about Russia. It looks like Russia is roaring under pressure. Now you all know that Russia went all the way to attack Ukraine. We won't go into the details. Russia did not want Ukraine to join NATO. Same way America did not want Russia to go all the way and open up a military camp and a military whatever in Cuba. Up till now, Cuba is suffering from the rancor and bitterness of America. Cuba has been sanctioned by America all because Cuba contemplated allowing Russia to open up a military base in Havana and beyond. Hear me now, brethren. Russia and America don't seem to be friends. Russia and America seem to play the cat and the mouse game, Tom and Jerry. My brother, my sister, but it looks like if we are not careful, there would be a world war. Something that has just begun, so topical. Before we realize, it will be deeper than ever. The Gombes have a saying that I love. They say when the arrow hasn't gone deep, it is easy to pull out. My brother, are we going to wait until this arrow pierces the skin deep? It will be so difficult to pull it out when it gets deeper. Hey, when Russia invaded Russia, did you hear that? When Russia invaded Russia, it will take the smart ones to understand this. Jesus. Now listen, Ukraine was part of Russia. Russia is made up of Ukraine, Crimea, and all those people under the USSR. They are one people. In fact, Crimea even speaks Russian. There are a lot of Ukrainians whose language is nothing but Russian. They quarreled, they fought as brothers, and decided to open up. My brother, my sister, and what happened? America decided to sanction Russia. Russian banks were closed down in so many European countries. And the Russian ruble, in Ghana we spend the cedi. In Nigeria is the naira. In the so-called francophone areas, it is the sefa. When Russia attacked Russia, brothers fighting brothers, they turned each other into enemies. And outsiders now have to come in to separate the war. Russia was attacked economically. And now Russia says, there was a great leader in Africa called Muammar al-Gaddafi. The Africans were not smart enough to protect him. They allowed America to come in under Barack Obama and slaughter him like a goat. He had some wise ideas. Let me steal those ideas and implement that to rescue Russia from the bondage of suppression. Jesus. Hear me now, brethren. Now Russia is one of the biggest producers of natural gas in the world, if not the biggest. Germany alone consumes 40% of its gas from Russia. The whole of Europe takes a third of all its gas from Russia. That's about 35%. The whole of Europe. Russian gas is like water to Europe and America and the rest. Why is gas so important in those countries? My brother, my sister, they have winter. We don't have winter in Ghana. Have you had winter in Nigeria before? Have you had winter in Togo before? Have you had winter in Benin before? No, they needed to heat up themselves. Listen, my brethren. Now I'll tell you something very interesting. After all these things, Russia is saying that, okay, we can also fight them back. How do we fight them back? So easy. Now our gas, we would only give it to you if you pay us in rubles. That's the Russian currency. Listen, the American dollar was to 0.12 Russian rubles. Almost equal. Almost equal. Now when the sanctions came in, the Russian ruble fell 40% to the dollar. Economic war. You want to hear it again? Russian ruble 0.12 to 1 American dollar, almost at par. But when they struck them with the sanctions, they fell 40%. And Russia said, okay, now time to deal with them. If you want our gas, give us payment in rubles. We will see. And you know that the more people use your currency, the higher its value, right? Because nobody wants to use the Ghanaian currency. Nobody is interested in it. Its value is almost zero. Even Ivory Coast here, they don't want to see the Ghanaian currency. Hey, go to Togo that you have dollar. Everybody is running for it. Naira, what is that? Children might even mistake the Nigerian naira to a page in the book, drawing book. They will use it as picture book. My brother, my sister, hear me now. Now Russia says we want it in rubles. Remember Muammar al-Gaddafi said, we are going to institute our own banks and have our own currency in Africa. We will have the currency called the gold dinar. And if you want our oil, pay us in gold dinar. So that we won't have the cedi, we won't have the naira, we won't have the sefa and all those useless currencies all over Africa. The rand and all that. We would have the gold dinar. Towards one Africa. When they realized how powerfully Gaddafi was moving, they slaughtered him. Now Russia is using the brains of Muammar al-Gaddafi to withstand the American and the European pressure. Hear me now. Having said this, Russia threatened only yesterday. Now if you need our gas, we want our payment in rubles. And to make it worse, if Russia now says we are cutting totally gas supply to Europe, Europe will crash. Germany has started trying to find alternatives, temporary alternatives. How temporary would the alternatives be? They say when a blind man says he's going to stone you, then he's already standing on a stone. The visually impaired man, when he tells you he's going to stone you, then his leg is on a stone. My brother, my sister, Russia has the power. Are we ready for peace? Are we ready to sit together as brothers and sort out our issues? Or we are ready for war? Let's think about this. Now, when Russia said that, all of a sudden, the Russian rubles is beginning to rise. It fell 40% to the dollar. Now it's rising because they cannot do without the gas. Have they betrayed Ukraine? Did they give Ukraine so much assurance that they would support and stand by her? And all of a sudden, the Ukrainian president Zelensky is saying that, hey, the West has to do much more than it's doing now. Ukraine is being destroyed left, right, and center. It is wrong to invade a country. Could they have dialogued? Could they have sat down well? Now the Ukrainian-Russian war is bringing problems all over the world. That tells you how powerful these countries are. Are we ready to be powerful too? Imagine this happened to Nigeria. Imagine this happened to Ghana. Forget the fact that one bomb can blast and kill all Ghanaians in just 2 seconds. Forget that one bomb from Russia can destroy the whole of Nigeria. Forget about that military power. How about the economic power? Can Nigeria say, hey, all the countries in the world, if you want our oil, you have to pay in naira. Hey, Nigeria would have gone hungry. You know why? They will switch to the Arab world. But we do have things that are powerful enough that the whole world needs. But we have sold that long in advance to the white man that the future generation coming will have nothing to hold on to. That's how greedy our leaders are. We just discovered lithium. At Awoya, in the Cape Coast area. Billions. At the end of the day, we will sell it cheaply to Australians and Americans, and the future generation would come out and be paupers and be slaves to other people. Where do we go, Africa? Now, Russia has taught you that, yes, we can fight the economic war. We have gas that the world needs. We would also squeeze the balls of the West. And let's see who wins. I pray peace descends so that we, those who have no power, at least will not suffer like the grass when the elephants are fighting. Jesus have mercy. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. When you feast and toast, we will bring the fire that you require to burn your way to total liberation. It is time for the Kuchoko Roots Festival 2022, where we take the roots to the roots, where we take the Kuchoko from the ghetto to the grotto. Date is Friday, 15th April 2022. Time is 6 p.m. until you drop, and rate is only 50 Ghana cedis. It is happening live at the Alliance Francaise behind the Opebia House, right there at 37. Hear me now. Now playing live is the ever powerful Blakk Rasta, your Kuchoko legend, and of course Rex Sobar, Ghana's high life legend, and other fire blazers like Fee Rankin, Blakka T, TK, Eddie Wayori, Zendima, and of course the evergreen Vibration Kings Band. Make a date and don't be late. You must come and witness real red hell on Easter Friday. Come, let us bury Satan with Kuchoko, 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 Bam, Kuchoko, Kuchoko.
Mr. President, why you dey lie so? Before election, you tell me you be angel. When you sick, you run go a London. When we sick, we die for Kolebo. Mr. President, why you wicked so?
Go on, skip a judge.
Blackpot. Coco show man.
Go on, skip a judge.
Blackpot. Coco show man.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shodomo, where we speak truth to power. Remember my name, Blakk Rasta, and of course, this is where we speak truth to power. We are in the service of God and country. My brother, my sister, I'm going to look at something that I have decided to title A Government of Borrowing and Loans. A government of borrowing and loans. Hear me, my brother. Every day I talk about Africa, and it hurts me so much that we still have greedy leaders who claim they are independent, yet they are not self-sufficient. The only movement in the world that makes meaning to me, that fights against economic dependence, is Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism is an intellectual movement that seeks to see Africa economically independent. My brother, my sister, there is a man who has spoken, and he is supposed to be the moderator of the Presbyterian Church. They call him Obiri Yabua Mante. He has spoken. And what has he said? The man has come out to say so shamelessly and so ignorantly that yes, those who are against Agenda 111 are wizards. When the clergy becomes very, very political, it is so sad. So sad. My brother, my sister, you all remember that, don't you? All those fighting against Agenda 111. What's Agenda 111? Building 111 hospitals in Ghana. Now, those of you who don't know the history might not understand this. Let me just take you through briefly. Now, the president promised us 88 hospitals. All of a sudden, he failed and came back and told us, oh, we have upgraded it to 111 hospitals, and that will be called Agenda 111. 2 days ago, when he had the State of the Joke address, he told us that they have already built 87 hospitals. Mr. President, we are not looking for chloroquine and paracetamol hospitals, because we are fed up with your chloroquine and paracetamol hospitals. You yourselves do not go to those hospitals. Your cousin, the finance minister, recently returned with a puffy face from England and America, where he went to treat kidney disease and coronavirus. Your Speaker of Parliament ran to Dubai to treat something. They say cancer or something. I pray it is not cancer or something else. Your majority leader in parliament is also galloping between Ghana and Dubai for treatment. What is the use of your useless Agenda 111 hospitals? You build hospitals, and those hospitals look like you want to use them to treat fowls, chicken. When we go there, we are told we cannot get this, we cannot get that, we cannot get that. We can only get them when we go to America. Are these the hospitals we want? A government of borrowing. My brother, Agenda 111 is 419 fraud. Listen, how are they going to fund the hospitals? 111 hospitals. They said they have sourced out 100 million American dollars for a startup fund. Startup. To begin with. How are they going to make the rest of the money to complete it? 2 days ago, in the State of the Joke address, Mr. President came out to tell us that it was an over-ambitious agenda to say they would build 111 hospitals in 18 months. An average of about a hospital in how many days? My brother, my sister, hear me now. Now, Mr. President is telling us that they have sourced out, and check it out, 100 million American loan. And that is what they are going to use as a startup fund. 100 million. They are always running around, borrowing, saddling the future of this country in debt. I just heard that they have gone to get another loan for the agri sector. And I look up and I say, Jaja, Wagwan. Hey! Remember they had 1.8 billion. Look at it. Ghana receives 44.7 million euros to boost agriculture. Listen, boost agriculture. How much is that? 44.7 million euros. They had 1.8 billion American dollars for the cocoa industry alone. They blew it off. The cocoa industry alone, they had 1.8 billion in the days of Hackman. They blew away the money. The EU became so angry and decided not to deal with Ghana cocoa anymore. Now they are going to China. We just received 44.7 million euros. What is that to the 1.8 billion American dollars we received in the days of Hackman, Uswajimai? Yet we collapsed the cocoa. Why is it that anything we do in this country, we have to go for loans? What happened to our cocoa? What happened to our diamonds? What happened to our gold? What happened to our oil? This country is so blessed. There are countries that don't have 10% what we have, yet they are performing better than us. Is it a case? A country of borrowing. Now they have instituted e-levy. And the e-levy is nothing but a tool for borrowing. Collateral for borrowing. I'm fed up with your borrowing. No wonder your 80% GDP is a borrowed glory. Everything, 80% in this country is all from borrowed money. You are a joke of a country. Sit up and stop this. Look, any idiot can be president if it's all about borrowing. Every fool can borrow. And I'm so angry with you guys. You are not creative in the least. So nepotistic. Pluralistic. What's wrong with you? Skip a judge. My brother, my sister, I want to look at the last thing and I'll be done. And I've decided to title this one, The Case in Northern Ghana. And it hurts me to say this. As somebody from the north, The North is a very beautiful place. We love the northern region. Some people call it the North, but we call it home. Is there a curse in the northern region? Is there a curse in the northern region? The curse in northern Ghana. Look, the only team that they have ever had which has been in the Premier League is the Real Tamale United. We all grew up singing about Real Tamale United. Where you now, united. Where you now, one nail against Kotoko. We all sang it. You want to hear it again? Where you now, united. Where you now, one nail against Kotoko. Kotoko was a dreaded team. But the Waterloo, the Achilles heel of Kotoko was Real Tamale United. In the days of Opokunti, Baye, Mfum, they all surrendered when they came to the Caladan Park, Sakura Park, where you kick the football and for the next 10 minutes it will be dusty all over the place, especially in the Hamatan. We enjoyed our Hamatan. We enjoyed our football. Mohamed Cho. Yes, Jato was also there. Mumuni Gamel. We had Abukari Damba. Even Abedipeli played for RTU. Today, tell me, what is happening to RTU? Tell me, what is happening to RTU? Hey, what is happening to RTU? They say RTU is what? RTU is what? They do not have money. So RTU is dying. Watch it. RTU coach Shaibu Ibrahim Tanko bemoans lack of funds in the club, predicts doom. My brother, my sister, the only team in the northern region. Listen, King Faisal caught them and walloped them 4-0. Recently, they were banned from playing even at the Alu Mahama Stadium. The stadium has been turned into a concert theater where artists go there to play concerts now because there are no footballers there. Don't we have rich people in Tamale? Don't we have rich people in the north? If it was come out and let's kill each other, we will all come out and kill each other. Even dead people in the graves will come out and kill each other. Teams come to play football at a Tamale stadium, they are beaten up as if the people have no brains. You beat people and then they suspend you every day. Your rich men are not interested in investing in the talent of the region. You have a vice president sitting there. He has done his best to try and support RTU. At the end of the day, RTU is going back to relegation. What have you achieved? Ali Mahama was also from the north. They named the whole stadium after him, and it has become a concert theater right now. The rich men in Tamale are only interested in chieftaincy. How they can sponsor people to kill each other so that a certain person can be king. They are not interested in the talent of the area. If the government doesn't build a road for them, no one rich man will come out and say, hey, let us build 1 centimeter of a road here. No. Religious violence. Everybody is fighting in Tamale. Hey, if you are not a Muslim, we'll kill you. If you are not a Christian, don't come here. If you are not, why? What kind of a people are you? Can't you see that you are underdeveloped? Every day is war, fighting in the north. Is it a curse? Your rich men will bury their money in the ground. They are not ready to support talent. When VGMA announces, oh, which musician has become what, your artists are there crying. How can you be awarded when your big men are spending their money on chieftaincy? They don't even support the artists to come out. This thing that I'm saying, they are not far from looking for me to say I've insulted them, so they want to slaughter me. It's all to you. You slaughter everybody. If you slaughter me, it's not an achievement. I don't even fear you. It's a shame. What's wrong with you? RTU is going back into relegation. Eh? And you look around the share business that you have. Which factory is there? Eh? The beef factory that was in Bolga, you have turned it into a football pitch. Was it a hockey pitch? Tunnel irrigation project has become zero. The share nut business, you are felling your own share nut trees to burn as firewood and charcoal. Hey, are you cursed? I wish I could go deeper, but my producer says it's time. I leave it here, and I say to God be the glory. It's been the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kuku Show No More, where we speak truth to power. Remember, we are live on Loud Silence TV, Loud on Pan-African TV, also on Ghana Web TV, and our own YouTube page, which is the Black Empire Media. And Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K, B-L-A-K-K, Black Empire Media. Try to subscribe and click on the notification so you'll be notified every time we come on. 4 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday. Until then, boy, Skipper George.